Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming. It's a very important day for Bilston, and I think we all understand the purpose of us gathering today, and that is that we should properly and rightly recognise the townspeople of Bilston, and this has been agitated for by Tom Larkin and the Black Country Memories Club for a considerable time, that we should acknowledge the contribution, the dedication that the townspeople of Bilston made to our fight in 1961 to retain our independence. And sadly, as we know, that fight went on until '65, and the decision was made that we should lose that independence and become part of the greater Wolverhampton. Well, I think we've all felt that we lost something very precious when we lost our Bilston town's identity. We've tried as valiantly as we could through the years, with the help of all of you, and particularly the people that represented Bilston on Wolverhampton Council, and that really was across all parties, that wanted to try to make sure that despite us being part of that greater Wolverhampton, Bilston retained its identity. And I think these 50 years on, we can say that Bilston properly qualified in achieving that objective. But nevertheless, it was felt very important that we should use this opportunity of the just over 50 years period to commemorate the work and effort that was made by Bilston townspeople at that time to fight for our independence. And it's very relevant today, in as much as we're fighting another battle for Bilston's independence in the terms of the Boundary Commissioner's recommendations to obliterate Bilston even wider and to put us into four corners of the world, into Walsall, into Sandwell, into Dudley, and part of us still remain in Wolverhampton. It's an absolute disaster for Bilston once again, and we're still fighting that fight with the help of our Member of Parliament, Pat McFadden, who's here, and we're continuing that fight to see if we can retain the whole of Bilston in one parliamentary constituency. But that fight still is on. But it seemed appropriate, and Tom was very adamant, that we should use this opportunity to reinforce our arguments for retaining a constituency that consisted of the whole of Bilston, whilst commemorating that fight of 50 years ago. So I'm very pleased to say that as a consequence of their close connection to Bilston Rotary Club, and there were people, as we know today, and their forebears in Bilston Rotary were part of the Bilston fabric, and consequently Bilston Rotary Club, together with Richard Green on behalf of Wolverhampton Rotary Club, contributed to producing this plaque. And I think we owe a debt of gratitude to our President, who's here, Rodney Dillon. Would you like to come forward, Rod? And Richard, come on, come forward. These are the two presidents of our two Rotary clubs, both Bilston and Wolverhampton, and I'd like us to give them a warm welcome. How about Bilston? They're here this morning, Brother Bert, and he's here obviously to represent the whole of Wolverhampton, but I'm sure he feels a particular purpose today in representing Bilston. And so we welcome Bert and Kat, his mayoress, and of course all of you to this very, very prestigious and nostalgic ceremony. So we're going to ask the Mayor of Wolverhampton, together with our 2 Rotary Club presidents, to perform the unveiling ceremony, and you'll see the words that are placed on this plaque. And Ken Dolman, who's here, is Secretary of a strong Bilstonian, and he is Secretary of Bilston Rotary that's done all the mechanics for this to happen. So there we go. Come on, Richard. Come on, Richard. There we are.
So this plaque is in commemoration of the epic campaign waged by the ordinary men and women of Bilston in 1961-1965 to prevent the unwanted merger with Wolverhampton, presented by Bilston Memories Club, donated by Bilston and Wolverhampton West Rotary Club.
There we are. Well done. I wonder if you'd like to, first of all, Rodney,
ladies and gentlemen, Mayor, Mayoress, Lord Bilston, Lady Bilston, it gives me great pleasure of being Bilston President to be here today. One of the things about Bilston is that it's got strong heritage, very strong heritage. Bilston people are very proud, and that's the reason why you're here today. They say that Wolverhampton is trying to engulf you, but Wolverhampton doesn't have the vibrant market which you've got today. If you go into Wolverhampton market, it's dead. You walk into Bilston market, it's a vibrant market. And any market town, that's what leads the city, or leads their town. So Bilston, you must be proud. I know that you are proud, and it's an honour to be here today.
Thank you very much.